Europe as we know it today is more than a continent. It is the story of the land, the people, and cultures that have changed everything over time. The story of Europe begins not with people, but with the Earth itself. Millions of years ago, the planet's crust was a mosaic of colossal tectonic plates, drifting slowly atop a sea of molten rock. The African and Eurasian plates in particular were on a collision course. As they ground against each other, the immense pressure buckled the crust, thrusting rock upwards in a geological spectacle of unimaginable scale. This powerful process gave rise to Europe's most iconic mountain ranges. The majestic Alps and the sweeping arc of the Carpathians were born from this violent embrace. But the shaping of Europe was not yet complete. A series of dramatic ice ages descended, blanketing the land in colossal sheets of ice. These immense glaciers acted as nature's sculptors, carving deep valleys as they advanced and retreated. When the ice finally melted, the meltwater swelled into mighty rivers, like the Rhine and the Danube, which found their paths to the sea. The surrounding seas ebbed and flowed, defining the intricate coastlines that would one day cradle civilizations. Finally, around 10 to 15 million years ago, the geological drama subsided, leaving behind the diverse tapestry of mountains, plains, and rivers that define the continent's modern shape. As humanity moved beyond nomadic life, people began to settle in fertile lands. This agricultural shift allowed for permanent communities to form and grow. From these humble beginnings, the first great civilizations emerged, constructing magnificent cities and developing complex social structures that would lay the foundation for the future of the continent. Among the most influential were the ancient Greeks and Romans. In the city-states of Greece, groundbreaking concepts of democracy and philosophy blossomed. Later, the mighty Roman Empire expanded across Europe, bringing a legacy of order. They created sophisticated laws, vibrant cultures, and remarkable feats of engineering, like their famous roads that connected sprawling cities and unified their vast domain. Following the decline of Rome, the continent entered the Middle Ages. This era brought forth a new landscape of feudal kingdoms, fortified by imposing stone castles. Great empires rose and fell, constantly redrawing the map as they united and divided territories. Through centuries of conflict and burgeoning trade, a distinct European identity began to take shape. Europe was forming not only on the land but also in the minds of its people. The Renaissance sparked a cultural rebirth, paving the way for the Industrial Revolution. With these shifts, cities expanded, economies changed, and the modern nation-state emerged. Feudal loyalties were replaced by national identities, creating powerful, centralized countries with defined borders and ambitions, setting the stage for intense competition. This competition led to unprecedented conflict, culminating in two devastating world wars. The destruction of World War II was a brutal lesson that the old system of rivalries had failed. It became clear that for the continent to survive, cooperation was no longer an option but an absolute necessity. The cycle of war had to be broken for good. From the ashes, a bold vision emerged. Leaders proposed that by intertwining their economies, future conflict could be made unthinkable. Europe was no longer just a continent defined by its geography. It was being reimagined as an idea. It was a collective dream of lasting peace, prosperity, and a unity forged not by conquest, but by a shared destiny. Today, the European Union connects countries, cultures, and people. Europe is the result of millions of years of nature and thousands of years of human history, a continent shaped by land, history, and human dreams.